Yeah, there's a lot of respect paid to the Japanese teams, both in NPB and Japan in international play. For example, the Olympics this year, they were the favorite to win the gold medal. Everyone knew it. Americans knew it. We all wrote about it.
What do baseball folks like scouts think about Japan as a place for baseball talent?
Oh, it's a tremendous, tremendous resource. Japanese baseball, NPB, is the second best level of baseball in the world, behind only the major leagues. It's better than AAA. It's better than anything. And there are a lot of players in NPB who absolutely could play in the major leagues if the posting system wasn't what it was, if it was kind of a free, hey, anyone could go anywhere at any time. Major league teams spend a lot of time and money and resources scouting over there, precisely because they know it's a worthy investment, because there's just so much talent there. They're right between the major leagues and AAA. It's exactly where they are. Again, the top players in NPB are major league caliber players. Where the difference is a little bit is in the depth. Some of the bench players in NPB would probably be more AAA players. The hierarchy goes Major League Baseball, then NPB, then AAA, then KBO, then AA.
What do major league scouts look for in players from Japan? What kind of players or skill sets do they tend to favor?
The same skill sets they tend to favor anywhere. Pitchers, they want to see a good hard fastball that they could command and locate. They want to see at least two good secondary pitches. If it's a starter, if it's a reliever, one good secondary pitch. Stuff and control. I mean, that's whether you're scouting in the United States, the Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Japan. Those are universal abilities that you want to try and look for. And Japanese hitters, again, it's just a different style. So, they want to see, obviously, the ability to make contact. The biggest things are hitting velocity, because, again, there are some pitchers in Japan who throw very hard, but on average, it is a bit slower than it is in the United States. So, for hitters, it's making sure they can really hit velocity and have a little bit of power, because in the United States, that's a little more emphasized. So, I think that's the biggest difference in the hitters, is just making sure, okay, what's going to happen when they're facing 98 in on their hands? Can they get around on it? And for the players who show they can, they're signed pretty quickly.
What are some obstacles to signing Japanese players? What concerns do teams have?
Again, I think the biggest thing is, again, that just the posting system and understanding, okay, we have to pay, certain amounts for this player, and, how the Japanese teams can have the right to post a player or not post a player. I mean, the biggest obstacle a lot of times is, by the time some of the Japanese stars are able to come over to the United States, they're kind of past their prime, because their teams in Japan have kept them or not wanted to post them, or not gotten the posting fee they wanted. So that's one of the biggest obstacles, is getting the best Japanese players when they're in their prime. Um, I think another thing is, and this is more for the hitters than the pitchers, is just making sure that, yes, they can get to velocity, because a lot of times you only get quick glimpses of it in Japan. You don't get to see what it looks like when they're facing it every single day for, 6, 7, 8 weeks over the course of over a chunk of the season, I should say. So that's probably the hardest thing they've talked to, player evaluators have talked about, is, you see things where you say, okay, I think he has the bat speed to do it. I think he has the power to do it. I think he has the barrel control to do it. But you never really know until they're kind of in the fire doing it.
How has Otani's success affected how major league teams view Japan as a place for baseball talent, especially hitters?
I don't know if it's actually made that much of a difference, because they all were already going to Japan and already knowing that there's a ton of talent over there. They'd already signed Hideo Nomo, Ichiro Suzuki, and Hideki Matsui, and Yu Darvish and Masahiro Tanaka. So major league teams have been aware of Shohei Ohtani since he was in high school. The Dodgers tried to sign him out of high school. There's been a long-standing recognition that, A, Japan's a great place to find talented players, and B, that Shohei Ohtani is a really, really special talent. So I think the fact that he's had the success he has it has maybe opened eyes to maybe we should allow players to try and play both ways. Maybe we shouldn't put limits on them. Maybe this actually is possible when we didn't think it was. But in terms of how teams view Japan, they already viewed it so highly. And I don't think it made a substantial difference. The fact that Shohei Ohtani is as amazing as he is, in some ways, teams kind of expected him to be. That's why almost every team was making, passionate recruiting pitches to try and sign him when he came over, and why he had so many things written about him even before he came to the United States. American media was writing about him. I wrote stories about him. People knew this was kind of a once in a lifetime kind of marvel. And the fact that he's lived up to expectations or even exceeded them is a testament to him. And just another data point showing that, yeah, the talent in Japan is excellent. But again, I think everyone already knew that. And I don't know if this really changed that much just because the opinion was already so high.
What are your thoughts watching Japanese MPB baseball?
Yeah, it's so fundamentally sound. And it's really, really nice to see. I mean, Japanese teams are very efficient. You can tell they're very well managed, they're very well coached. They just play really, really good baseball. Again, really disciplined hitters who put the ball in play, and you've got some pitchers who can really bring the heat. Japanese baseball is very enjoyable to watch. We all, I think, enjoy watching that team whenever they come to play the WBC. A couple of Japanese teams have come to Arizona to work out at various times. Yeah, there's a lot of respect paid to the Japanese teams, both in NPB and Japan and international play. For example, the Olympics this year, they were the favorite to win the gold medal. Everyone knew it. Americans knew it. We all wrote about it. They don't make mistakes. They don't beat themselves. It's a very high quality of baseball, and one that is very enjoyable to watch for me, both personally and professionally.
Anything else you want to add to what we talked about?
One thing I will say about Shohei Ohtani that's been so great is, you have this long line now of Japanese stars coming out every few years. And you have Japanese players coming out every year, but you can pinpoint a new Japanese star who came to MLB almost every 4, 5, 6 years now. And it's led to this excitement amongst the American fan base of, oh gosh, who's next? Who's next? Because we know there's so much talent over there. A lot of people are paying more attention to the Koshin tournament. A lot of people are starting to pay attention to the Japanese minor leagues, which is kind of fun and amazing. So I will say that while the respect level hasn't changed because the respect was already so high, I think the interest level has changed and increased in Japanese baseball.
Well, Kyle, thank you so much for your time and great insights.
Yeah, my pleasure. Anytime, Toma.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future videos. You can also watch our past videos from the description below. Hope to see you again next time.